Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a toy drive by Kentucky's First Lady brings a bit more happiness to our neighbors in the western part of the state. And two Kentucky women help people affected by the tornado outbreak earlier this month stay close to their beloved pets.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. I'm Dakota Makris, and today is Wednesday, I believe. Thank you for waking up with us. Brandon's over there nodding his head. And let's head over to Brandon for a look at that foggy, well, start to the morning. It was foggy for me. I mean, for the very first time in a long time here in Hazard, for me at least. So.
Yep, it was very dense fog just outside the station this morning, and I came through in a couple of different counties, and it was in waves. So just be careful out there. Some patchy dense fog, some patchy frost again this morning on the car. So just give yourself some time to get moving around. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar, and not as many clouds as I expected this morning. So that probably plays a role in what you're going to be seeing out there. You may see some sunshine earlier, but I do believe we start the day with clouds in some locations. Now, visibility is not showing a lot of fog out there this morning, but I can tell you most of these sensors are up at the airports, which the fog is in the valley, so keep that in mind. 2 miles of visibility at Jonesville, everybody else 7 or above there this morning, but it's out there, trust me. 20s in Jonesville, and then everybody else, actually 20s in Ashland and Jonesville, everybody else in the 30s this morning, but Harlan's at 30, and then we got a couple of spots there pretty close there to the 30-degree mark, like Irvin and London, both at 31, so I'd say we'll see a couple more 20s by the time it's all said and done. Out the door forecast this morning, we will be lucky to get to 40 today, not just because of the sunshine, but because of the fact that we're going to see a northwest breeze. It's going to make it feel colder at times, so we'll see how it all plays out, but our forecast today is 40. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Well, the cleanup continues in Western Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear says that the Team Western Kentucky Fund has raised more than $20 million to support people affected by deadly tornadoes, and donations from across the state are still flooding into that region as we get closer to Christmas. Later this week, a nurse from UK Healthcare will be spending his Christmas in Mayfield, helping those in need. Jim Stratman reports.
We talk about the season of giving this time of year, but giving comes in different ways. The response from Kentuckians to the catastrophic tornadoes in the western part of the state exemplify that. People giving money, people giving goods, and people giving their time.
I like to help people.
Like Justin Music.
You know, I do it on the medical side, you know, and definitely have taken care of people that have had, you know, traumatic events and accidents and those type of things. And but this is a different approach to that.
Music is a nurse anesthetist at UK Health. This Christmas, he and his wife will be hitting the road.
We are going to take our camper, and I've been in touch with the fairgrounds, the Mayfield Graves Fairgrounds. We're going to volunteer there some on Thursday and Friday morning.
On Saturday and Sunday morning, Music tells me that he and his wife will be out in the community in Graves County, connecting with some of the families that have been impacted by those tornadoes and giving out goods that have been donated by his UK colleagues.
There's an overabundance of things flowing into that area, but it seems like there's a limit on volunteers.
He says that he's not used to helping people like this, but help is help, no matter how it's given.
It will be different, a different kind of help, but still, it ultimately just seems like the right thing to do.
Reporting in Lexington, Jim Stratman, WKYT.
Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman got a first-hand look at some of the tornado damage in central Kentucky. Yesterday, she toured the Danville-Boyle County Airport. It was hit by an EF2 tornado with winds up to 122 miles per hour. At least 13 aircraft at the airport were damaged or destroyed. Damage is estimated in the millions of dollars. Well, we continue learning about survivor stories in the midst of the tornado tragedy. For one refugee family, the American dream they worked so hard for was gone in a matter of seconds. Godfrey Hemis is a deputy at the Warren County Sheriff's Office and says that despite losing everything, he is glad he still has the one thing that matters: family.
We just thank God that we're still here today. My whole family of 10. Nobody was hurt, not even a scratch.
Fortunately, the Hamas family had home insurance. Children in Western Kentucky will be getting new toys this week. First Lady Brittany Bashir delivered toys from her Western Kentucky Toy Drive. The drive collected tens of thousands of donations. All kinds of toys are available for families with all kinds of different needs.
There's definitely those that have lost completely everything, have no home to go back to. Some maybe just lost in their property or their items that were inside the home, and that might have included some Christmas gifts. Some have just damage that they can't go back to their house yet, so they're displaced for the moment.
All the toys will be given out at 5 Western Kentucky locations through Thursday. While the people displaced from their homes in Western Kentucky are still in transition, many rental places or temporary shelters in Bowling Green do not allow pets. But 2 women in Bowling Green, Dr. Deborah Shoulders and Diane Martin, have created a way to keep owners and their pets close enough where they can still visit.
People have lost their homes, so the last thing they need to do is lose their pet because they have to move or go somewhere and they don't allow animals. So we want them to be able to have a place to have foster care for their pets for a short amount of time, or 5 or 6 months, whatever it takes.
So far, they have at least 25 vetted people ready to take care of animals while their owners are between homes. In Louisville, Omicron has been detected in wastewater samples. Its deadliness is still being studied. Its infection rate is confirmed as rapid. Health officials say there is still time to act in that they are following the same preparation as with past variants, focused on vaccinations and booster shots, followed by masks, good ventilation, and hygiene.
Omicron variant is presenting greater challenges in terms of its infectiousness. And we're seeing this all over the world. It's been a little slow to get to Louisville, but it's with us right now, and its replicability is very, very fast. So soon, within the next couple of weeks, it will be the dominant strain here in our city.
The Louisville Metro Health Director says they are on course for a pattern of cases peaking first, then hospitalizations, then ICU admissions peak a few weeks afterwards. Well, thank you so much for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, scientists make a shocking discovery tens of millions of years in the making. Find out what it is when we come back.
And it's shaping up to be another chilly day across the mountains, but after today, we start a big warm-up through Christmas weekend. I'll have the details in about 3 minutes.